But you have to understand, teaching folk to fear God is bigger than just the preacher. I'm only teaching it because it's right. If I ever teach something that you think is not right, let me know, because I strive to give you Bible in everything I teach. That's the reason we have you, or I have you, to go to scriptures. I ask you to turn to Psalm 34 and 11 so that you don't have to tell folk, oh, dumb stuff like our pastor say you got to be taught to fear the Lord. Then somebody tell you, your pastor don't know what he talking about. Well, that's just what he tell us in church. Stop that dumb stuff. And just tell him, say, look at Psalm 34 and 11. It says that we must be taught to fear the Lord. Stop talking about what your preacher said and get some Bible. Amen? Now let's talk about some commonly held perceptions or ideals that people have that makes them think he or she fears the Lord. All right? Folks say dumb stuff like, I try not to curse on the Lord's day because I fear God too much to cuss. Y'all done heard folks say dumb stuff like this. And they think that proves they fear the Lord because they won't cuss on Sunday. But the old folks say cuss like a sailor on Monday, but not Sunday. They fear God too much to cuss on a Sunday. Not realizing he God of Monday. Well, I'm teaching right. Because some of us got loved ones that say stuff like that, and you just let them slide. They will tell folks stuff like, if this one Sunday, I'd cuss you out. But it's the Lord's day, and I fear God too much to cuss you out today. But if I see you tomorrow, and then the person actually think he or she has the fear of God in them because they won't cuss on Sunday. Pastor, I know what the words say, but one thing about me, I fear God so much, I will not drink on Sunday. I don't drink no alcohol on Sunday. I won't even buy it, Pastor. But you drink it on Monday. You drunk on Tuesday. If you truly feared the Lord, you wouldn't drink at all. God, y'all too quiet up here. I must have some drinkers in there. And some cussers. It's too quiet in a holiness church. And I don't think I'm stepping on right now drinking and cursing folks. Some of you acting like you were drinking last night. Well, Pastor, I fear the Lord to the point to where I just strive to let my good outweigh my bad. Dumb stuff. And then here's one you hear a lot. Pastor, I fear the Lord because I only listen to gospel music on Sunday. Tell you that we need an understanding of what it means to fear the Lord. Notice in Proverbs 14 and 26, he said, in the fear of the Lord, there is strong confidence, and his children will have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life. Watch this, because here's a definition biblically of what it means to fear the Lord. Notice when a person has the fear of the Lord, according to Proverbs 14:27b, to turn one away from the snares of death. See, when you really fear God, it's going to cause you to turn from death. Death equates a life of practicing sin. Because none of us are perfect. But if I fear God, I'm not going to continue practicing sin. I'm not going to keep doing what I know is wrong to do. Because I fear what? The Lord, I'm going to turn. I'm not going to keep coming to church and loving some people and backbiting toward others. No, I'm going to turn from that and strive to love everybody. Why? Because I fear God. I fear God too much to hug one person, tell them I love them, but I constantly ignore another person and treat them bad for no good reason. But talk about I got to fear God. You got mean, hateful church folk will speak in tongue and hadn't even spoke to their brother or sister. What type tongue are you speaking? So-and-so spoke to you and you act like you didn't even see them. 10 minutes later, you going off in a tongue. If the fear of God is in a person, he or she will turn from evil or death. What did Romans 6:23 say? For the wages of sin is what? Death. When you fear God, it's certain things you turn from and you don't return because of how much you fear God. I fear God too much to have a wife and a girlfriend. I fear him too. That's death. And see, the reason some folks are not clapping is because they love death more than they love life because of how death or sin makes the body feel sometimes. There's pleasure in death, but death will carry you to hell. I'm going to preach it right up in here, so hopefully somebody will go ahead and make that turn and start loving what you need to love and start hating what you need to hate. The fear of the Lord will turn a person away from the snares. No, notice how he says it. To turn one away from the snares of death. Death snares people. Death traps people. Some folk been trapped by death for a lifetime. They live beneath their God-given privileges, thinking they don't have the power to do better because they snared by death. Thinking they can't be delivered. They can't quit doing certain stuff. They can't quit going certain places. They're snared by death. But if you fear the Lord the way you need to, brother, you could turn from that. And that death, it wouldn't have you. You wouldn't have to watch TV with the door locked and the volume on too. Sitting close up to the TV. Don't want nobody to hear that death has you snared. When death snares a person, most of the time if he or she been taught better, they do things and they full of shame. It's right. But see, if the fear of God leaves a person, guess what? That person will begin to do things that he or she is not supposed to do. Will begin to go back to things. Oh, Lord. See, if a church loses the fear of God, things going to enter into the church that has no business being in the church. Why? Leadership has stopped fearing God. So now it's okay for the choir to sing anything because the fear of God is no longer in that church. Can I be honest? I had enough of death in the world. I got saved to live, not to sneak around. And I love life on Sunday. But the rest of the week, I'm loving death. See, if the fear of God was in us the way it needed to be, certain stuff happening at our houses, it wouldn't be happening like that. Wouldn't be going down like that. Then y'all come up here and he opening the door for at the church. Oh, hateful talking self need to open every door you go through. He need to open the bathroom door, the kitchen door, every door. a woman truly fears God, she'll be submissive to a good man. She ain't gonna, a God-fearing woman won't buck a good man. I got one brother saying she won't do it. She won't, not if she fear God, but if sister girl don't fear God, bruh man, you in trouble. She gonna talk to you any kind of way. Why? She don't fear God. A single person who fears God is going to keep their body pure. I don't care how much temptation is burning them. They just done learn certain stuff they can watch, and it's certain. You might not be a power girl. Power may be too strong for you right now, sir. You might have to grow a little bit before you can indulge in power. You might need to get some power to be able to watch some power. Preach it, pastor. Preach it right. Else you gonna be up and down. And you're going to be known for doing things that a single saved person shouldn't be doing. And you're going to be called, I'm taking care of myself. But that's sin. That's evil. That's wrong. Come on. Who in here love death? And that's what you want. I don't want death. And before I move on, understand why you shouldn't want it as a Christian. If your unsaved cousin is in love with death, let that be what they love. But if you Christian, you supposed to love and want what your Savior came to give you. And that's life, and life more abundantly. Now, before I move on, let me ask y'all, did he just come to give that to preachers? Did he just come to give that to deacons? Is that what he just came to give ministers? Well, tell your neighbor, well, you can throw that trash away then. Then tell your neighbor, he came to give life and life more abundantly to whoever will love life. Do you love success? Do you love prospering? Do you love overflow? Do you love having more than enough? Do you love helping other people? Before I move on, listen, because I'm done with death. I'm done with death. That does not mean death does not try to pull. That's where you got to walk a path of wisdom. Because you got to know the snares of death are out there to trap folk, to pull you back. You got to be such a lover of life that nobody is worth dying for. Hold on. Nobody is worth going to hell for. I ain't going to hell for nobody. Come on. You feel me? If I know death coming, you got no authority here. Even in my life, when poverty tries to come back, you got no authority here. You got no authority here. Come on, some of us begin to prosper. Death shows up and you let death drag you back. Don't let it drag you back. Tell death you have no authority here. You got no power over how God is blessing me. Though man may shut down one avenue, God has 7 different ways that he can get the blessing to me. So lay me off, fire me, but it does not stop my blessings. I'm trying to get a word in you today that when you love life, if God got to send somebody to bless you, he'll do it. They may or may not know you, but just got an assignment to be good to you because God said, go down there and bless her because she loved life.
Thank you for watching A Word for Deliverance with Pastor Leonard Cochran of A Place of Refuge, Newnan. A Place of Refuge is located at 10 Fisher Alley in the city of Newnan, Georgia. If you would like to visit us, our worship times are every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. To order today's message on CD, please call the church office at 770-252-3855 and reference the order number on the screen.